Hello and welcome to Kerbal Space Program. Today we're taking a look at a group of mods to deal with, wow, that is laggy. I don't know why the Space Center always loads really laggy for me, but that's irrelevant. We're looking at a mod that has to do with crashes. Actually, that's not quite right. It's actually several mods, but to demonstrate it, I'm first going to fly a couple of planes, several planes, and just demonstrate, you know, the stock crash experience. This is with no mods other than some part stuff and maybe something else that has nothing to do with crashing, but, you know, just kind of generally, this is what it typically looks like when you crash in KSP. Or this. Or this. Oh, that one looked pretty fucking cool, even though we didn't see any of it. Or this. Or that, or this, or this, or this, or that, and that, and this, or this, and of course this, and this, and this, and that, and that, and this, and of course the non-crash explosion of going too fast, and, you know, water crashes, which don't really have explosions. Of course, there's also game crash, but this mod doesn't help with that. The first of the three mods that I'm showing that demonstrate better crashing adds sparks when things collide, and you've probably seen it a lot in my videos since I've been using it for quite a while. That one is called CollisionFX. The second one adds the fires that you currently see going out, which is destruction effects. So in short, CollisionFX adds sparks when you hit things. Destruction effects adds fires and things flaming off like that right there. And like I said, if you've seen my videos before, you've probably seen what those two mods do. You've seen me using them quite a bit. But the third, you haven't seen, and that one's called Kerbal Krash System, and it does some particularly interesting things, I think. But first, let's miss that tower. Damn it! That's the second time I tried to hit it and messed up! Oh shit, that's too fast. Oh, we survived it. Well then, assuming we survived this collision... Okay. Very nice. So, you might notice that the part model here looks slightly out of shape. You'll notice that there's some dents here, and you'll notice the nose. Yes, the nose is particularly dented. Yes, Kerbal Krash, what is it again? Kerbal Krash System, spelled with K's. Yes, you can see the cockpit is also dented there. Kerbal Krash System, among other things, adds denting, you know, dynamic part denting when you hit things. Deformation, that's the word I'm looking for. It makes things look strange when they collide but not explode. And I'm going over here to the rest of my wreckage to take a look at how the rest of it might have dented. Now this part doesn't look like it's actually... Oh, no, there's like a... No? Actually, I can't tell if this is... Well, actually, here's one way to tell if it's dented or not. Let's try to repair it. And yes, you can see that it was dented slightly. In fact, it might be... Nope, that was all that I had to fix for that one. So you can click repair multiple times on things that are damaged this way to repair them. Anything containing a resource will slowly leak that resource, and the cockpits, well, the cockpits don't have a special effect yet. Wow, look at that. Yeah, so unfortunately the colliders are not dynamically changed, so you can see... Oh, maybe they are slightly. You know, it's a work in progress mod. It's alpha. These are fuel tanks, so they're actually like running out of fuel now, or have probably completely leaked out now. But I can, well, it's under the ground apparently. Oh, I'm, you know, spamming click on it, spamming the repair button on it to repair it into position, to beat it into position. And apparently that's as repaired as I can make it. Maybe I just don't have the skills to repair it further. But yes, you can see things are quite horribly dented there. Coming over to this piece, this looks like, this is one of my radars, and you can see it's got a dented in rear end and slight dent on the other side on the front. Yeah, that should not look like that. Coming over to this adapter, you can see that this is slightly bent downwards, And I think that's about the only damage that this took, surprisingly. Yeah, you can see, there you go, it's back in its normal shape. Ah, one of the engines, which looks fine, actually. That's interesting. Maybe the engine survived. Yeah, that engine looks like it didn't actually take damage, which is shocking considering that crash. You can see over here we have more deformed fuel tanks, including... what is that? Oh, I think that's part of the fuel tank. It's just so damaged that it... Wow, look at that. It's so... Oh, apparently there's a AI flight computer. Oh, the flight computer got screwed up. This tail fin is dented. Okay, good. The tail fins can be dented. I hadn't actually seen a tail or aerodynamic surface get damaged yet. And so this is the first time I've actually seen that. So that's very nice. Yeah, you can see this has subtle denting on it. There you go. Of course, this video would not be complete without me crashing the rest of the vehicles that I just crashed on that alternate stock version. So here we are in the Gull. Of course, it's modified with some weaponry on it because I was too lazy to find the stock version. And a couple of things I want to mention real fast. Let's see. Yes, you can see here, damage 0%, and there's a repair button. In fact, this is going slow enough. We might be able to crash it without completely destroying it. Unfortunately, we have detached ourselves from that piece, even though that piece isn't intact. You can see all of these have been kind of shunted about and damaged and misshaped, and so is the cockpit we're now in. Of course, like I said, there's no bad side to the cockpit being damaged, except... No, wait, no, that was just because the reaction wheel was running. But yeah, you can see here, damage 34.61%. So we've screwed up the cockpit. Eventually, he's looking to... The developer of this mod is looking to... Let's see if I can repair it while in it. Did that just insta-repair? Oh, okay. Yeah, he's looking to add more things to it, more things that can get damaged in more interesting ways. And, for instance, like maybe not being able to use the brakes on the landing gear, or, you know, maybe having electric charge damaged, or if you have life support, a life support mod, maybe having the life support run out, and, you know, other such things. Of course, like I said, it's in early development, so there's still a lot of work to be done. One thing I forgot to mention is that... Ooh, that was a nice collision. Oh wow, look at the cockpit. Yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is that damaged engines will basically overheat really quickly, and I'm not sure if they'll also... oh look, no, that's the cockpit. Cockpit 64% damaged. Wow, that's quite bad. The ladder is still fine, of course. The cockpits will also... Whatchamacallit? Not cockpits, engines. They'll overheat. I forget if their ISP will change at all. But they'll definitely overheat a lot quicker when they're damaged. So that's one thing that is added as well. Did any of this take damage? Looks like... Oh, I forgot that when you're in EVA mode, it doesn't tell you if it had damage, but it does give you the repair option. So I can't say if any of these items were actually damaged. It looks like everything that hit the water was not damaged. Perhaps this mod does not work on damage caused by a water impact, considering... Well, then again... The tailplane, I'm not sure. The tailplane looks slightly bent to me. Let's see. No, that's just the normal shape of it. Darn. Oh well, in any case, it's up to me to finish damaging these things appropriately, so we can see what happens. Of course, that just exploded, so... Parts gone flying everywhere. You can see this cockpit's heavily damaged. You can see this tail fin looks perfectly fine. This fuel tank is messed up and is probably leaking fuel quite badly. Oh, yep, see, there you go. So, oh yes, damage percentages can be above 100%. There's actually a bit where he has a little Q&A, and his idea about damage is equal to Nintendo Super Smash Bros. A high damage percentage generally indicates you're about to get raced sooner. Okay, so that's what that is about, apparently. Wow, you can see this one has various pieces. Oh, this is one of the drop tanks. And it has various bits of damage. This looks perfectly fine. That looks perfectly fine. This... I don't know. Is it dented? Well, no. No, it's not, according to the damage percentage. This has been damaged quite a bit, apparently. But it doesn't look like it. And now we're just kind of cycling between... Okay, there we go. Another piece that's visibly deformed. The intakes. I don't know. I think that's slightly crooked, but it's hard to tell. And yeah, it looks like it's heavily damaged. There you go. You can see this one is actually visibly twisted. And it just occurred to me, another way to show you all of this would be to open up Whack-A-Kerbal and just, you know, throw some spheres at things and see how that happens. See how that goes. Unfortunately, I think that was a bit too massive and maybe, wow, way too fast. Oh, I missed. I missed. There you go. Nope, that's still... Hold on. Come on. Hit the wing. Damage it. Damage it! Is it damaged? No. We need to maybe make it a little bit more massive. Of course, we don't want to actually break the wing. We just want to damage it. How's this doing? Damage 0%? Come on, wing. Take some... Well, I didn't want that to happen. Nor did I want that to happen. But yeah, you can see... I hit the magic switch that holds the whole thing together. Yeah, so overall I think it's sufficient to say I will be using this from now on, because it lets me do cool things like that. Come on, hit the wing. Don't break it though. Or disassemble the whole thing. I guess you could disassemble the whole thing if you want. Did I do any damage? No. Hit! Damage getting quite high. Over 100%. But since we're taking the damage in small increments, it's okay. You can see it getting deformed just a little bit here and there. This is what happens if you get pelted by especially bad hail. Yeah. Wow. That was quite damaging, actually. That took out both our engines. Well, they're still going, they're just... That one's kind of sparking and flaming and shooting off that way, and so is that one. Oh, that did it. Oh, wow. You can see the amount of deformation you can do. Wow. Quite severe. Quite severe. What's the damage? Almost 900%. Okay, so that speed is in-game speed, so I have to be firing it faster than I'm moving for it to actually show up. Huh, we're outrunning my best ability to pelt it. Okay, there's an example of shit going wrong. And as you can see, we've survived it just fine. So let's take a look at the landing gear there. Is it damaged at all? I think it took it in stride. But the cockpit, as you can see, has taken a bit of damage. It's definitely wrinkled up a bit. There's one of the guns. Hold on, was that deformed? Yep, that gun ain't gonna fire anymore, except BD Armory isn't updated to work with this, if it ever will be. So of course those guns would technically fire, even though they shouldn't. Aw, come on. That took out the whole thing? Well, not that part. That part's gonna keep going. Hold on. Ah, switch to that part. There we go. And looks like one of these engines, yeah, I was gonna say, one of these engines is probably damaged a bit and was overheating. Wow. That's quite bad going on over there. Does this have damage? No. We escaped it that time. Oh, this part's still going. Oh, see, look, this engine has damage and exploded. Alright, for the rest of this video, we're just gonna have collisions, see how things go. Just kind of crash some things and see how they explode or deform and enjoy it. You can see this engine here, quite a bit of damage, would overheat really quickly if I tried to use it. And needless to say, I will be using this mod from now on. Look at that, deformed, whatchamacallit, fuel cell there. Thanks for watching, as always. I'll see you in space. Well, there's a good demonstration of the collision effects. And you see we're now leaking fuel. Let's see if we can still get into the air with this, as damaged as it is. Jeez, barely getting any intake air in. And looks like the thrust on the right side is definitely a lot better than the thrust on the left. I'm really worried about these damaged engines overheating. So I'll be watching that as I go to take off. It looks like they're also, I could be wrong, but I think they're also thrusting slightly sideways. Ooh, that one's coming dangerous. Oh, they're both coming dangerously close to overheating. All right. Let's go ahead and set their thrust limiter to about 20%. And this one, thrust limiter to about 20%. And see if they... Whoa, let's not throttle up just yet. Okay, the overheating is going down slightly. Looks like this fuel tank is overheating a little bit. And it's also out of fuel. So is that one. Oh, did that say... Oh, I thought it said something about the amount of drainage. So you can see we can't really keep in the air, which is not good, especially for a flying craft. Not being able to keep in the air is deadly. And I'm turning the engines up as high as I can to, well, as high as I can with the thrust limited real low, and that's not enough to actually get in the air. So I'm going ahead and throttling them up more, and we're probably going to lose the engines. Of course, we're probably going to lose the rest of the plane too, considering we're about to crash into the frickin' ground. And we lost one engine. The other one we still have, but if we tried to turn it on, we'd lose it immediately. And here we are, just barely safely back on the ground. Ooh, bit of a rough crash.